You know, this is part of the poetry of this country. Would you look at this? And that is, that hello, how are you? Look at that. Hi, how are you guys? How are you? And that is that people here frequently and spontaneously will spread a blanket on the sidewalk and then have friends join them and bring something to drink and eat and talk. Now, this is hi, how are you? Of course, this is a special occasion. It's Independence Day celebration, which is happening, and there's a special and a joyous feeling about everything right now. But look at this. This is part of the beauty and the poetry of this country. You know, of course, in the West, there would be a million rules and laws against doing this, because they're afraid of it. You know, the difference is that people in the West, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that? You are so beautiful. Isn't that amazing? And people are so friendly. You see, I mean, and as I was saying, in the West, people would be, there would be a million rules against everything, and of course, people are afraid of everything. There's this spontaneity here of people, and oh my God, look how beautiful that girl is. Hello, darling. How are you? You know what? The women here, revel and relish in their femininity, which of course is very different from the West, where women want to become men, and they walk like men. If you'll notice, you notice here all the time. Anyways, back to the issue at hand here: the beauty, the poetry of this fantastic country. Look at this. They've all set up blankets along the sidewalk here. They're waiting for a procession of some sort as part of the grand festivities of this the 80th anniversary of independence, and it's beautiful and wonderful, and there are children and mothers and grandmothers everywhere, and the thing is that people are always this way here. I mean, there's a joy and a happiness here, and of course a lot of it has to do with not only the history of this country and all the wars and the millions that have been killed, but also the security this fantastic government provides. There is no violent crime here. There are no homeless people on the street giving you fastidio, or menaces and challenges to your safety and your on the streets, as there are in every city in the West. I mean, I lived in Europe for 22 years. It's that way in every city there, but not here. I wonder sometimes. I wonder if people realize how lucky they are to live in this country. Maybe not, because I think a relatively small percentage of them go out to live in other countries. For one thing, the cost of things. Of course, many Vietnamese students go to study. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? You see how friendly people are? But as I was saying, the educational system here in Vietnam is extremely rigorous and demanding, unlike the schools in the United States, for example, where everything is a game. And consequently, many of the students here go to study in elite universities all over the world. And I notice frequently Vietnamese people win awards for math contests and all kinds of academic recognitions of their abilities. It's glorious, it's beautiful.